Welcome to the iMasons Legacy, where we share powerful stories of innovation, inclusion, and impact, highlighting the people and partnerships building the backbone of our connected world. This episode is hosted by Claire Kelly and Phil Reed.
Ever think about like all the data centers? You know, the ones powering all the stuff we do online. It's kind of wild when you really think about it. Like streaming all those shows or connecting with friends online. None of that would happen without these data centers, these tech hubs.
That's so true. Data centers are the unsung heroes, right? And today we're going to dive deep into this really cool partnership. It's not just strengthening this industry, but actually changing lives.
Exactly. We're going to be talking about iMasons and Salute. They've joined forces to bring military vets into the data center workforce. And their impact.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
Yeah, and this is more than just a nice story. This is a real strategic alliance getting real results. You know, by using the skills and experience of veterans, they're actually tackling a big problem in the industry while also creating these great careers for people who served.
So smart. After Iraq and Afghanistan, veteran unemployment was a huge issue. It even reached 25% at one point.
It was a crisis, really, and it needed some new solutions. And that's where Salute comes in. Lee Kirby, a veteran himself, founded it. They knew veterans had all these skills, adaptability, problem solving, leadership, you know, all those in-demand things, especially in data centers.
It's so cool. They didn't see military experience as this separate thing, but figured out how to make it work for civilian careers.
Exactly. And that's where iMasons enters the picture. Dean Nelson founded them, and they're all about inclusion and education in this digital infrastructure world. They saw how well they'd work with Salute, and boom. Powerful alliance.
Okay, but how do they go beyond just good intentions to actually get results?
Well, they were really focused on measurable outcomes. Yeah. So less talk, more action, you know? Like they set specific goals for how many vets they wanted to place in data center jobs, and then they developed programs to help those vets succeed.
So it wasn't just getting them in the door, but setting them up for long-term success.
Yeah, exactly. That's where iMasons' knowledge and influence were so key. They know this industry inside and out, and they have a huge network of partners. They use all of that to get veterans experience, boost their skills, and get them mentors.
Sounds like iMasons was a big part of making this partnership work.
Absolutely. They were like the connectors, bringing the right people together. And their involvement made the whole initiative more legit, which helped attract veterans and employers.
It really shows what can happen when organizations with the same goals team up strategically. But I'm curious about the individual stories. Got an example of how this collaboration actually changed someone's life?
Oh, for sure. Take Adam Case. He was struggling to find decent work after leaving the military, waiting tables, and feeling like his skills were being wasted. Then he connected with Salute, and through their partnership with iMasons, got a job in a data center. Now, not only is he doing great in his career, but he's also a leader in Salute, helping other vets make that same move.
That's amazing. It shows the ripple effect of all this. It's not just one job. It's empowering these individuals to build careers and contribute to this important industry.
You got it. And it's impressive because they didn't just focus on putting vets in tech roles. They looked at all kinds of military experience and saw how the skills could transfer.
Like what? What kind of example?
Okay, imagine a military cook. They're managing meal prep for huge groups, right? That's basically project management, which data centers need. It's all about finding those hidden talents and making the connection.
That's a great point. Looking beyond the obvious and seeing potential. And I know we mentioned Allison Marlowe earlier.
Yes, Allison is awesome. She's an executive at Schneider Electric A&D, a military spouse, so she really gets both sides of this. She runs the iMasons Armed Forces Member Resource Group and works hard to bridge that gap between military and civilian jobs. Oh, and she partnered with Upline.
Upline, yeah, I think I've heard of them.
They were founded by special ops veterans. They use AI to match military skills to civilian jobs. It's really cool. Makes the transition so much easier and helps employers see the value vets bring.
Incredible. So we've talked about how this partnership began, their focus on getting results, the role of iMasons in making a bigger impact, and even some real-life examples. But what about the specifics of iMasons? What makes them such a great partner? Why should organizations want to work with them?
That's the million-dollar question, right? What sets them apart? iMasons is way more than just a networking group. They're like a powerhouse of knowledge and connections in the data center world. They know what companies need, what challenges they face, what skills are hot. Plus, they have a huge network of leaders, experts, and organizations all wanting to make things better.
So when they work with someone like Salute, they're bringing more than just good vibes. They have real resources and know how to make a difference.
Exactly. They're like a strategic advisor, a connector, and a cheerleader all at once. Their involvement makes the initiative more credible and visible, which is huge for getting support and changing the industry for good.
I'm starting to see how all the pieces fit. iMason's expertise and reach, combined with Salute's understanding of veterans and how to help them transition, have made this partnership amazing.
And you know what's even better? It can grow. Salute's CEO, Eric Sanchak, he's a vet too, wants to expand this model globally. He wants to use iMason's connections all over the world to connect vets with data center opportunities everywhere.
Wow, that's exciting. Taking this success and expanding it to make a difference globally really shows what collaboration and shared vision can do.
Totally. Makes you wonder what other industries could do this? What other groups of talented people are out there waiting for their chance?
That's a great question to think about. But before we go there, let's dig into some of the specific things this partnership has done. What programs and strategies have they used to help vets move into the data center world?
Well, one standout is the iMasons Armed Forces Member Resource Group.
Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier.
It's not just any group, though. It's a place for vets and military spouses to connect, find mentors, and grow professionally.
That makes sense. Having that kind of tailored support must be so helpful when you're trying to figure out a new industry.
Absolutely. It helps create a community, a sense of belonging, which can be really important for veterans transitioning back to civilian life.
Right. It's not just about feeling good, though. It's about practical help, too, right?
You got it. They've got workshops on how to write resumes, how to nail interviews, and even how to navigate the data center industry specifically. Plus, they help with certifications and training programs.
Wow. So they're really giving vets the tools they need, not just saying, good luck out there.
Yeah, it's a whole person approach, you know? They recognize that it takes more than just technical skills to succeed. You need confidence, connections, and an understanding of how things work in the industry.
Speaking of how things work, how have iMasons and Salute dealt with those cultural differences you sometimes see between military and civilian workplaces?
That's a great question, and it's a big part of why they've been so successful. They actually have training for both veterans and employers. It's all about understanding each other and closing those gaps.
Interesting. So they're helping vets adjust to the civilian world while also teaching employers about the strengths veterans bring to the table.
Exactly. It's about creating a workplace where everyone feels welcome and respected.
And from what we've seen, it sounds like that's happening. We've heard stories like Adam Case's, and we know thousands of vets have found great careers through this partnership. But what about the industry itself? How has having all these veterans joining helped data centers?
Honestly, it's been a game changer. You know how everyone's talking about that huge skills gap in the data center world? Like, they need tons of workers and nobody can find them.
Yeah, it's a big worry.
Well, this partnership is like a direct pipeline of talent. These are highly skilled, disciplined, and motivated people ready to jump in and make a difference.
It's like the perfect solution at the perfect time.
Totally. Think about it. Veterans are great at solving problems under pressure, paying attention to detail. They have a strong work ethic, and they know how to work as a team.
Those are all things any industry would love to have, but especially in a field as important as data centers.
And don't forget the diversity they bring. They've got all these different backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives. That's what fuels innovation.
It's true. Diversity often gets overlooked, but it makes a huge difference. You get better problem solving, more creativity, and a stronger industry overall.
Absolutely. It's about using the combined knowledge and experience of people from all walks of life.
We've talked a lot about the concrete benefits of this partnership. Jobs, skills, diversity. But I'm curious about the less tangible stuff, too. Things like morale, purpose, feeling good about the work you do.
That's an important point. It's not just about a paycheck. For a lot of veterans, this partnership has given them that sense of purpose back, like they're part of something bigger again.
Yeah, like finding that mission and camaraderie they might have missed after leaving the military.
Exactly. And that leads to happier employees, people sticking around longer, and a more positive work environment for everyone.
It's a win-win all around then.
Yeah.
Veterans find great careers, the data center industry gets the talent it needs, and everyone benefits from a more diverse and engaged workforce.
You said it. And it all comes down to smart collaboration, shared values, and wanting to make a real difference.
You mentioned earlier that Salute's CEO wants to take this global using iMasons' international network. Tell me more about that. How do they make that happen? What needs to be in place to scale this up?
It's a big goal, but it's doable. The key is to stick with what's been working, build on that strong foundation they've already created.
So take what's already working and adapt it to new places and cultures.
Right. And iMasons' global reach is a huge asset. They've got chapters and members all over the world, which means they already have the connections to link veterans with opportunities in all sorts of places.
It sounds like they're already set up for success.
They've definitely laid the groundwork, but it's more than just having the network. They also need to understand the local needs in each place.
Like what kinds of data center jobs are in demand, or what cultural factors might be important to consider when bringing veterans into the workforce.
Exactly. They need to be flexible while staying true to what's made them successful so far.
So still focused on results, tailored support, and creating inclusive workplaces.
That's the recipe. It's a big challenge to take this global, but given what they've accomplished already, I think they can do it.
Me too. This partnership shows what's possible when people work together towards a common goal. It's a model worth copying and celebrating, and it really shows how talented and resilient our veterans and military spouses are.
I couldn't agree more. Now, for anyone listening who's feeling inspired and wants to connect with iMasons, what's the best way to do that? How can they learn more about potential partnerships?
Their website's the best place to start. It's imasons.org. It's got tons of info about their mission, what they do, how to become a member.
Okay, so I can check that out. Do they have anything specifically for organizations who want to partner with them?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's a whole section about partnership opportunities and how working with iMasons can really boost your impact.
That makes sense. They've got a proven track record, so I bet a lot of organizations want to know how to get involved.
And it's not just for big organizations either. Individuals can join too through their committees and working groups.
So there's a way for anyone to contribute, no matter how big or small their organization is.
Right. It's all about bringing together people who care about the digital infrastructure industry and want to make a difference.
I keep thinking about that question you asked earlier.
About other industries that could use this partnership model. Yeah, that one. It's really stuck with me.
It's a good question, and the iMasons Salute partnership proves that there's so much potential in groups like veterans and military spouses.
It's not just about filling jobs, though. It's about recognizing the skills and experience they have and giving them a chance to really thrive.
What about healthcare, for example? They need skilled people, and vets have so many skills that would be valuable there.
Totally. Leadership, teamwork, staying calm under pressure, all essential for healthcare workers.
And think about logistics, cybersecurity, even education. There are so many possibilities if we just think outside the box a bit.
Yeah, it's about changing how we hire people and valuing those different perspectives and experiences.
It's about seeing potential where others might not and creating opportunities for everyone to use their talents and make a real impact.
That's a message worth spreading.
I agree. The iMasons Salute partnership shows us that incredible things happen when organizations share a vision and work together to make positive change. It's something to celebrate, and it proves just how talented and resilient our veterans and military spouses are.
Well said. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. It's been inspiring to learn about this partnership.
My pleasure. And to our listeners, I encourage you to visit imasons.org and see how you can be a part of this. We all have a role to play in building a more inclusive and innovative future for digital infrastructure and beyond.